Hello there. Happy Thursday. I just finished up a workout and I just made a live on my public profile. Something came to my mind and I had to go and share it, right? So, you want to be confident. You want to feel good about yourself. You want to have energy every single day. You want to pursue your passions. You want to feel good about yourself. Hey, Lucas, what's up, man? You want to live a life that's not so stressful. You want to be able to know that everything you do has a greater purpose to it. Well, it's going to take some work. And the reason why I say this is because most people that I have seen or spoke to seem to have this belief that overnight, everything's going to get better, right? Overnight, we're not going to be ashamed of our bodies. Overnight, we're going to feel great about the path that we're on. Overnight, we're going to be happy. Sorry, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't. Now, let me tell you a little bit about myself first, and then I want to share with you a mindset switch that helped me in the long-term process. Now, when I was 15, I was overweight. I was really overweight. I was about over 50 pounds overweight. I went to the doctor. The doctor looked at my mom like, what the hell's going on here? I didn't exercise. I played video games 8 hours a day. So in response to that, every time I woke up in the morning, I looked in the mirror and I said, damn, what is this? I don't like this. I hate this. No girl wants me. Nobody wants to be my friend. And that's the truth of it. When you constantly say these things to yourself, it doesn't only affect your body, but it affects your entire life. Your relationships, your career, any sort of creative endeavor, which, by the way, as humans, we pursue all three things. And it starts with becoming confident in your body and in your mind. Now, how do you do that, right? I talk to people that struggle for years trying to get this concept down. And I talk to them and I tell them a little bit about how they can go ahead and fix it. And usually what happens is I offer, hey, I'd like to help you with this. And usually they tell me, oh, I'm going to think about it. Or, I could do it on my own. And that just doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to wait or to say, oh, I can go and do it on my own before 15, 20, 25 years. You haven't been able to get it down. Why is that? Well, it's not easy. In order to become confident in yourself, it takes a lot of work. Now look, if you're struggling with this, feel free to shoot me a message. There's no shame in asking for help. There's no shame in having somebody guide you through the process. That's what I did. I got multiple coaches. I got multiple guides, multiple accountability buddies, friends, people that I was able to share my struggles with, people that I was able to share my desires with. And when I was able to do that, it started to then manifest over time. Now, let me tell you something. My confidence did not come overnight. You see, I struggled with it for years, like many of you. First, I had to get my body right. I got healthy. That means changing up my nutrition, starting to regularly exercise, being mindful about what I'm doing every day, taking accountability for the time that I go through each day. And for every minute that goes by, that means I needed to pry myself away from those video games. I needed to pry myself away from eating fast food every time. Now, I'm not saying you never need to not do that, right? But playing video games 8 hours a day is a lot different than playing 1 hour a day. I can tell you that. In fact, I just removed video games all over. But steps, right? Progress. That's everything, right? But we have this idea that once we intellectually know what we should be doing, we feel we can change in the snap of a finger. Isn't that crazy? Why can't we change overnight? The reason why we can't is because humans are habitual creatures. Our brain works in autonomy, and it works in trying to put as little effort into things as possible in an effort to preserve energy. I want you to think about, let's say you have a job or you go to school. You're driving to a certain place at least 5 times a week, the same place, right? Let's say you started a new job, okay? The first time you go to that job, you're going to be driving. You're going to be really focused in on how to get there. You have your GPS. You have your map. You have a lot of attention. Maybe you even lower the music. You're focused on your roads. Maybe you take a wrong turn here and there, right? But you get yourself back on track. And eventually you get to your destination, right? But it takes a little bit more effort versus the 100th time you drive to work. The 100th time you drive to work, you could be on the phone, you could be singing along to your favorite tunes, you could be dancing in your car, you could be cursing out somebody on the road. The same goes for everything else in your life. If you want to achieve optimal health, both mentally and physically, if you want to get the career that you've always wanted, if you want to get the relationships that you've always wanted, and if you want to be able to express your creativity without the fear of hesitation or uncertainty, it's going to take time. It's going to take work. It's going to take investment. It's going to take some sacrifice on your end in order to get to your goal. Now, at this point, hearing this, you have two options. Option one, disregard everything I said and continue to live the life that you live. And if you're happy with that, awesome. Option number two, you say, it is time for me to go through this transformation. It is time for me to transition into a better life, into my higher self. Now, there's 4 transitions that you're going to go through in your life in order to reach true confidence. Number 1 is your health. Number 2 is your relationships and love. Number 3 is your career. And number 4 is your creativity. Once you're able to go through all 4 of these transitions, you can achieve confidence. Like I said, it will not happen overnight. It takes work, sacrifice, effort. You cannot just say, oh, I know what to do now. It doesn't work like that. How many people in America are overweight or obese? In case you're curious, it's over 65% of America is considered overweight or obese. But on Facebook, Instagram, television, there's advertisements for diets, nutrition strategies, exercise programs, workout equipment. But yet 65% of America is overweight. Why do you think that is? The reason is because they are focused on short-term solutions and shiny object syndrome. If instead you focus on changing small daily actions over time, you can achieve confidence in your body, your mind, and in your life. Now, how can you put this all together? Well, let's recap everything. First, you must become aware of those issues and underlying problems that are stopping you from achieving your confidence. Then you must make small, subtle changes. Then you must take massive action. And then you must taste the old life that you used to live and know that that is not what you want. Now, this is a 4-phase process that I went through myself and I put my clients through that want to achieve confidence. So if you're at the point now where you're struggling and you want to actually make this transition, ask for help. There is no shame, whether it's a coach or a guide, an accountability buddy, or a friend. Regardless of the situation, by expressing your struggles, by expressing your desires, you begin to manifest that change through reality. If you keep everything bottled up, it will never change. I can promise you that. You'll never wake up one day with the magic of being able to do everything that you should be doing. I wish it could, but it doesn't. So if you resonate with this message, if you truly connect and you want to make that transition, shoot me a message. Tell me what you're struggling with. What is it that keeps you up at night? Because until you admit what keeps you up at night, you can never make the change to get yourself into a full night's rest. You can never make the change to achieving your most confident self if you never admit and show your struggles and insecurities. If you keep it bottled up inside, you will never get what you want in health, relationships, your career, and your creative endeavor. Now, if you would like, you can take this information and go do what you do. That's totally fine if you're happy. But if you're not, and you're serious about making a change, and you want to make that transition to becoming your most confident and healthy self, shoot me a message with what you're struggling with. What's the issue here that's stopping you from getting to your best self? You can have a coach or a guide, you can have an accountability buddy, or you can simply have a friend to express your talks with. You can express your desires with. But until then, I'm sorry, but you'll never get that snap of a finger overnight. So if you're tired of where you're at, just shoot me a message with what you're struggling with. I'll point you in the right direction. With all that to say, I just ate my apple, had my protein shake after my workout, and I'm ready to go crush the day. I hope you guys do too, and I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day.